Okay. Hello everyone. I'm Marco Tonale, as always. I'm glad to have the opportunity to share my thoughts on the film Interstellar today. Have you ever wondered what a black hole would truly look like, or what a realistic depiction of space travel would look like in the future? Well, it's all here in this movie and more. The film was made in 2014. It stars Matthew McConaughey and Anne Hathaway, as well as being directed by Christopher Nolan and as well as being directed by Christopher Nolan. It's categorized as an epic space science fiction film, as it follows a team of astronaut explorers that travel through a wormhole in space to look for habitable planets for the human race, as Earth is in its dying state. It received good reviews on an average of 8.6 out of 10 stars. The runtime of this film is 169 minutes, which is almost 3 hours, but it's 2 hours and 49 minutes to be exact. All that time, though, the film is consistently moving forward and back in time at the same time. It keeps you engaged and thinking the entire runtime. It's phenomenal. I chose this film simply because of how epic it is and how much it made me think. I've always praised this movie since its release in 2014, in which I saw it in theaters without even knowing what it was going to be about. I had no idea. After I left the theater, I was stunned and in shock at the gravity of the film. It just really shook me and made me open my eyes to the cosmos. What you'll come to enjoy from this movie is the journey it takes you on. It's really a roller coaster of emotions and sheer suspense. Hearing my review of this film will and should persuade you to go check the film out if you haven't already seen it. If you like movies like myself, you should check this out regardless. So, the movie stars Matthew McConaughey as the character Cooper, a retired astronaut, and Anne Hathaway as Dr. Brand, who's just part of NASA, and her father's like the head of NASA over there. The film was directed and written and produced by Christopher Nolan. The musical score was done by Hans Zimmer. All the names that were on board with this film are award-winning names, literally all of them. Matthew McConaughey and Anne Hathaway have won Academy Awards and have been nominated countless times amongst other awards. Christopher Nolan has also won many film awards such as Oscars. Last but not least, Hans Zimmer, one of the best, if not the best, musical score composer out there in the film business. He was in on this film too. In this film, the plot follows a team of astronaut explorers that travel through a wormhole in space to look for habitable planets for the human race, as Earth is in its dying state. The Earth becomes too polluted and is nearing the state of inhabitability. So NASA reaches out to Cooper, Matthew McConaughey, and it begins. I stated this earlier, but that's a quick rundown of the reasoning of space travel in this movie. The creators set out to make a gravitating film, and I believe they exceeded that. The development of the plot and the characters is very well done, as well as the soundtrack. The plot just moves at a perfect pace, and it may feel like there's plot holes, but you just have to focus because that's how the movie really makes you think. The character development is also well done because it reveals their backgrounds and their morals relating to their mission to save humanity. Along all of this is the soundtrack. The score, it gets very loud, but it's appropriate because it fits the tense situations in the movie. It really just exceeds every moment by amping up the sound. The CGI is also very well done, and the overall story arc and the different settings, it just all blends perfectly in the film. The film just made me more interested in space, honestly, than any documentary ever has. Even Neil deGrasse Tyson came and persuade me. So, just seeing the magnitude that space can have really brought me out of my seat, and all the emotions tied to all that space travel and all the problems that could go wrong and what did go wrong in this film. This movie even made me tear up a little, not even gonna lie. So, rating this movie based on my experience with it, I'd rate it a 9 out of 10. I say 9 because nothing is perfect, and the movie could have helped explain more things in depth, but that's its only flaw to me. So what I've discussed today was my overall review of one of my favorite films ever, how it made me feel, how it opened my eyes, and just how well it was produced. I hope I explained the film well and gave you insight and a good depiction of it, at least enough to think about checking the film out. So with that, movies really do change people sometimes, so I'd hope that you just give it a chance like I did, and it will really open your eyes and views towards the concept of the universe. I enjoyed the time I had, and thank you. But before I go, I have indeed a little video here. Flip the camera around right quick. Alright, so this would have been my presentation. Just a little something, little black hole, and then I have a trailer for you guys just to watch right quick. Just let this ad slide.
Shop at Sprint.com for the best new phone deals, like a Samsung Galaxy phone for just $0 a month.
Little late, cool.
Yeah, we got fly.
It's an Indian surveillance drone. Solar cells power an entire farm.
What'd you do, Murph?
She didn't do nothing.
Murphy's Law.
You're a well-educated man, Coop. And a trained pilot.
And an engineer.
The world doesn't need any more engineers. We didn't run out of planes and television sets. We ran out of food.
Dad, why did you name me after something that's bad?
Oh, we didn't.
Murphy's Law.
Murphy's Law that means something bad.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna skip forward a little bit in this, just because it explains like basically what I said with the Earth, dying out.
This species. We must confront the reality of interstellar travel.
That's the wormhole,
I love you. Forever.
and that's gonna be about it. Thank you.